So the M451, and I won't lie, I've already recorded this intro once and then realised everything was echoing, so here I am again. But this tank is not how I remember it. And if you are in the comments section and you do know about what happened with the history of this tank, then please inform me. Because from what I can tell, this kind of got caught in the crossfire between when the M454 was super OP, and then it got 5 kilometers an hour taken off its top speed, but then the gun handling was buffed. But what I really don't remember is what happened to the guns, because in my understanding was that the standard gun was so much better with DPM and the penetration and just the overall gun handling compared to the big gun. And while yes, the gun handling and the penetration is definitely superior on the smaller gun, it's exactly the same DPM. So this tank, along with what the tier 10 is like as well, has 2 guns which are very accommodating. Either one will work. And it's really down to your playstyle and how you want to play the vehicle for which one you'll pick. However, if you are free to play, you're probably going to choose the smaller gun. Because yeah, the standard pen on the big gun is horrendous. And just to warn you, when I do go ahead and play with the big gun, I am spamming nothing but the premium ammo because I am not using 242 pen. Especially when the AP round is the standard round and the premium round. There is just 0 point of using the standard round in this case. One thing I also will say is that you don't necessarily need stab on this vehicle. However, with the bigger gun, you definitely should, because the turret dispersion goes up from 0.08, which is what it is on the smaller gun, to then 0.12. So it's definitely something that you need to consider if you are going to use the bigger gun. And speaking about the equipment setup, we are using turbo, rammer and stab. Yes, no hardening for this vehicle. The reason being is that I don't feel in this vehicle there's any room for hardening. Because you want the turbo because it is bloody slow. It goes at 35 kilometers an hour. That is S-Conk levels of slow. So anything you can do to boost that top speed, you should do on this vehicle. The other equipment pieces being a rammer, which is just non-negotiable. You just pick it on this tank because you need it. And then stab for the final one, especially if you're using that big gun, it is a necessity in my opinion. In reality, the only one that really is up for debate is stab. The other two should really just stay on the vehicle, or need to stay on the vehicle, to be honest. Because without them, you do really have horrific DPM and horrific mobility. The secondary build, which I'm only ever going to use on Prokhorovka, is where we drop the turbo for optics, purely just to sit in the middle and try and get some spotting. It's nothing else, really. On Prokhorovka, it's pretty irrelevant using a turbo because you don't really need to go anywhere fast because you sit there and get bombarded by artillery and hope for the best. For field mods, because we are not using hardening, we are choosing the left-hand side for the first field mod. Now, if you are using hardening, make sure you click the right-hand side because it is just free track health at the end of the day, and this tank has more than good enough terrain resistances to make up for it. The second one, we go left and then right. Obviously, these two are just your default heavy tank field mods that every single tank should be using. And then for number 7, we are using the left-hand side, which gives us more top reverse speed. For the crew members, just quickly, I'm going to run through them so you can see them all. We have the commander, the gunner, the driver, radio operator, and then the loader. Right, so for our first game, we're on Ensk. Now, we are using the small gun. We are using a 50-50 split of ammo because this gun is actually usable with both ammo types. I mean, even though that if you do have the money, you should definitely just go for the premium round because it is just flat out better. So you don't really have any major downsides of the APCR compared to AP if it's a lot higher pen, other than maybe some drop off over distance. But we're going to be playing on Ensk. Now, this tank is a little bit weird because you can't side scrape that well. Oh, what's going on here? I can actually shoot him there. Maybe I can shoot him as he crosses. Not bad. Okay. Both the artilleries are out the game already. You can't really side scrape because of how it curves inwards on each side, or curves outwards on each side. So you want to kind of bait the lower plate, and the baiting of the lower plate is actually quite a lot better than if you would do it at tier 10. Because the lower plate on this tank is super well angled. As you can see right here, that is a very big angle and very small. So you can actually get a lot of ricochets just by doing that. We're going to intuition here to APCR because that is going to be a better choice for their ammo against the heavy tanks at least. Hello. Lower plate, see? Easy bounce right there. Now we need to be aware of where everybody else is. One into that guy. Make sure that we are hidden, which we are from here. This Panzer 7 may try to peek this again. If he does, then we'll be prepared for it. We do have the E5 with us, obviously, so it's not really too bad. Gonna prepare if this guy wants to peek out over here as well. Which it looks like he does. We get unlucky. Panzer 7 is actually going to try and push this way, it seems. No, we're okay. There is a grid of 15, though, which is a bit of an issue for us. I don't want to sit in front of that K91 and get perma-tracked by him, because that is not a good idea. The grid of 15 is just down here. I want to see if he's just on the corner, which he is. We'll put one into him quickly. And then back off. I know that I'm firing APCR still, but this is on the press account. It's not my credits. I don't really care about them. Right. Observing the situation, we are in a pretty good place. We've won the other side of the map. All that we actually have to do... Whoa. I was going to say is just control this, and then we're okay. This getting pushed is not great, though. Concept 1B. Come on, gun. Don't do that. K91 backing off as well. Okay, in that case, what we're going to do is go up close to this, because then that gives us a little bit more leg room, let's say. Because being over there, we only have that to be covering us, whereas with this, we have quite a few options to deal with the enemy. I'm not too sure if anybody's on this corner bit. No, okay. Put one into him then. T30 actually peeked. He could have shot me, but chose not to. One into this guy. Puts it into his track. He is now dead though. That's now dead as well. There is still the FV as well, which is probably just tucked inside. The T30 is here, who is looking at me still. We could try and bait him in the low plate. We might actually pen it though. One into him. K91 is over there. Let's try and put one into this M103. Nice. Not too bad. Can we finish this guy off? No. Okay, right. Not a bad game. Few mistakes here and there, but not too bad. So 3.7, and we fired 14, we hit 12, and we penned 10. Not awful. Let's now go ahead and switch over to the big gun, and we are not going to be using the peasant rounds. And we'll see how well this does. Because even though that it's a little bit worse off with the pen, I mean 270 AP should still be absolutely fine, but it's a little bit worse off with the pen. The reload time hasn't really gone up too much because you're basically at exactly the same DPM. So it could actually be quite nice in this regard. Okay, so we're on mines, which is definitely not a great map for tier 10 or tier 9 either. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can make it work. Let's go. We're going to go to the middle. Well, first of all, we're going to see if we can shoot people as they're coming up. So let's see if anybody wants to try and push the hill. And we'll be ready for them if they are. Doesn't look like they are though. Okay. I mean, the biggest thing that we need to worry about with mines is the people at the very back of the map. Don't actually get a shot into him. I'm pretty sure I hit the only part of that where I wouldn't be able to pen. So there could be people back there, it could be people just there. It's quite annoying to play mines. Like there's so many tank destroyer spots. Yep, T95. So many little tank destroyer spots that you can get shot at. But putting into shots as and when we can. Or what I might try and do. The FV's not at the back, so what I'm going to try and do is go up the hill. Ugh. Up we go. The Batchat... No, don't block, please. The Batchat is over here, which we know about. He hits the floor anyway. Nice. And now, once we're up here, we can start dealing with this FV, hopefully. What are the HE rounds, interestingly? 610. That's actually pretty good. That's a decent increase in the alpha. Actually, that's very, very good. 610 for a 470 gun. That's very, very good indeed. Okay. Good shot, Max. Just literally shoot at absolutely nothing. Well done. Maybe our next shot will be a bit better. I can't actually remember off the top of my head how much gun depression this gets. I believe it's 10. 570 to him. We're back to using standard rounds now, though. I say standard. Can I shoot this? I can. The Leah PTA is at the back. We knew that there was probably going to be someone at the back, but all the TDs have been spotted. The Gorilla's not gone up because he would have been spotted as he goes up, I'm pretty sure anyway. So I think the Gorilla's still... I mean, actually, I don't know where the Gorilla is. I would have thought that he would have been spotted as he goes up. But he might not have done. Yeah, no, the Gorilla's still down here. I mean, the game is over, pretty much. Like, the game is already done. We just need to try and get as much out of this as we can. So let's go over to this one. I think I actually prefer this tank with this gun. I'm not gonna lie. Not with the standard rounds. Definitely not with the standard rounds, but with the more alpha, it's quite nice. What if the Batchat's just chilling over here? I would actually like to be able to shoot this guy, but... Alright, well, you know what? You can go down here. Yeah. Yeah. I love shooting 7.52 lower plates. Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that one hits, but... Where's the Batchat gone? It's a shame that this game was such a big turbo game. Like, all the heavies went this side. There was nothing to really do. Just a shame, really. See if we can get one more shot out. I mean, I have always said, like, it's the combination of alpha and DPM that you want to have. But with this, I think that this is actually kind of nice. With the 470 compared to the 400. But yeah, only 2.7. I mean, we're chasing damage at the end of the game when the game is already over. I mean, we definitely wouldn't have got as much out of that game if I was using the smaller gun, though. I mean, we lost 41,000 credits. Bearing in mind, we're not running a booster, so... this, and we're paying full price for consumables. So, that's actually not too bad. Because if you're running a booster, and you didn't buy consumables on full price, you've made profit probably, or broke even, at least. We'll play one more game with the big gun, because I want to actually find out a little bit more about this gun, because it feels very, very nice. Righty-ho, for our third and final game, we are on... well, what used to be called Arctic Region. It's now Mannerheim line. We're going to go to the right-hand side. Now, I want to see... I want to get more damage with this gun. Because I think that this gun might actually be better. We'll see how many people come this side. We may need to just push through and just, you know, bombard them. But we'll see what happens. I'm loving what they've done with this map, by the way. With this side. It's so much nicer to play this side of the map now. Really, really nice. Okay. We have plenty of people as well. One into you. And then we just back off. This is by far one of the best positions to play as well. This hold down location. I'm liking this a lot actually. It's like for these types of engagements, it's so nice to have the alpha damage. Also, it's still a little bit slippery here, so I'm trying not to just slip off the edge here. So nice to just have the alpha when it's loaded. I understand that not everybody's going to be able to just spam full gold, but listen, I'm talking about the tank, not about what your credit situation is. .424? Been absolutely had with that shot. Repair the gun, because why not? Oh, can I... Oh yeah, obviously with the bigger gun as well, the bigger caliber, I can overmatch a few things. I don't know what caliber it is. Is it 127? I don't think I can overmatch this. I might... Jesus, it's very slidey here. I may be able to overmatch him. I'm not entirely sure. 510 for that shell. Okay, I prefer the big gun. But only if you're firing full gold. So, if you're grinding it, probably not. Like, if you're just a player that's just going to be grinding out the tank, you probably don't want to be using the big gun all the time. But if you're just wanting to free mock the tank or something like that, I think the big gun is actually better. It never used to be the case. This is really, really slippery here for this tank, though. I would like to push down, but it's, Did he just shoot the floor? That's an interesting play from our 705. This is why we don't push down yet. Maybe we can get a shot at the BZ here. Whoa. Alright, you know what? This guy is full YOLO mode. We deal with him. Man, as I was moving back, I saw him. I was like, there's no way he's doing this, right? He just goes for it. You do meet some interesting players that play this game. Alright, let's get this out the way. Hopefully, maybe my T95 can get him out the way as well. Oh, BZ, how you doing? But you know what? I'm just going to pull back from this. Everything's been spotted apart from the Scorpion G. Everything is spotted apart from that Scorpion G. Where's he going? You do realise I'm a heavy tank, right? I think the T-30 is pushing. I need to actually peek up and try and kill this T-30. Scorpion G just fired. Read like a book. Alright, listen. It may be stupid what I'm about to do. I was about to try and do that, but I don't think it's worth it. I thought that he was just gonna like move out the way as soon as I got a shot out. Please, please drown him. It would be quite funny if you did drown him. Yes. Oh, what an excellent game to end on. That was beautiful. You know what? I much prefer this gun. Much, much prefer this gun. This tank is made with this gun. Very expensive though. Very expensive. Not to say that this tank is bad with the you know, the stock gun, but I think that this tank is more fun with the big gun. Much more fun. Cherry on top right now. The Blesk is AFK. I can load a HE round. Oh, he's not AFK, but... Really? I don't actually pen that. He's not AFK, and he's... I mean, I think he's just a bit clueless. Nah, not hitting that. Go on then, Blesk. Oh dear. Maybe we can finish him off. Although I think he's just going to go out this way and then die to the T95. Let's see. Or... who are you going to die to? The T103 maybe? No, you died to me. 6.6k. Yeah. I definitely prefer the big gun. Well, what a game to end it on. Apply. Mastery badge. All the medals. Beautiful. Very, very nice. 19 shots fired, 16 hits, and then 15 pens. That's very, very good. What is the caliber of this gun? It is 127. Yeah, you have the 120, then the 127. So if someone down in the comments could tell me what exactly happened between the two guns, because I always thought that the smaller gun was just far superior to the big gun. There was like a big DPM difference. Or maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. I don't know. But yeah, if someone does know, then please leave a comment down below and tell me. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one.